Champion of what?
A champion of what?
I can drop a world lead, I don't even like running. You gotta run fast just to go and get some money. I'm no Elias K, you know how I'm coming. I ain't going to no Olympics, I ain't running, I ain't jumping. I can make 100,000 at the crib being funny.
Now, people often call me a hater because track and field fans, for the most part, are stupid and naive, and often can't distinguish the difference between being a hater and a habitual truth teller, such as myself. But let me show you motherfuckers what hating actually looks like in track and field. The Diamond League founder, Patrick Magyar, just dry started hating on his LinkedIn. Mind you, the Diamond League is already a successful venture, has about 15 years of continued success. It was optimally set up for the people and the organizers to make the most money and hold the athletes with the bread and not have to pay them that much. But that's how most businesses are. But the fact that a company like Grand Slam would come in and try to offer these athletes $100,000 rather than $10,000 for a win, and have the audacity to sign these athletes and have them obligated to run, and a lot of these big names not be no longer interested in the Diamond League, pissed Patrick ass off. So instead of hating in silence, this motherfucker went and hated publicly. And I can see if he was doing an interview and they asked him about it, but that wasn't the case. He just went in. And I was thinking like, damn, why would he be hating on Grand Slam? Like, it has to be deeper than that. And clearly it was. Because he didn't just go to criticizing Grand Slam. He just went in on Michael Johnson for real. He says to understand the origins of Grand Slam idea, look no further than its creator, Michael Johnson. On August 1st, 1996, Johnson ran a 1932 in the 200 meters in a final at the Olympics in Atlanta. An incredible 0.04 second than Petro Miana's long-standing record set at altitude. 12 years later, Usain Bolt would beat Michael Johnson's mark by 0.02 in Beijing. Okay, cool. What does that have to do with anything? Patrick said, I was in a stadium that day in Atlanta, in charge of the athletes' recruitment to the Zurich Diamond League meet. After Johnson run, I left the stands and threw up behind the grandstand. Mind you, why would this man be throwing up after seeing this fabulous world record be broken? He said, and flew home the next day. That performance raised more doubts in me than any other before or since, and about the integrity of the sport, and I wasn't alone. So yes, guys, y'all are understanding this correctly. Dude pretty much is saying that his speculations of Michael Johnson doping made him so sick to where he threw up. That's next level hating right there. I never seen or heard of such thing ever. And then he continued with more. After Atlanta, the bargaining began. Johnson demanded astronomical appearance fees, sums previously reserved only for legends like Carl Lewis, who won his fourth long jump gold in 1996. In every negotiation with his agent Bradley Hunt, it became clear Johnson would not accept anything less than Lewis. I mean, why would he though? You gotta think he's the world record holder in the 200 and the 400. And he broke the world record on the United States soil as a Nike athlete. Is he not a legend too? We organizers initially thought that this was just the agent doing, but no, he was following Johnson's lead. Johnson didn't care if other athletes got fair deals or if meets were compelling for fans. As long as his fee was right, everything else was secondary. That's how it is today. Sydney McLaughlin don't give a fuck if everybody else get money or if they don't. As long as she get her bread, that's all she cares about. She don't care if it's 1 million people in the stands or 0 people in the stands. As long as she get her money, that's all she cares about. So why is he trying to make it seem like track is just his team sport to where you should look out for the team and things of that nature? Then he proceeded to say that Grand Slam revealed his face on day one at the Kingston, Jamaican Grand Slam. He said, what do we see? Boring, lifeless competitions, long stretches of nothing happening, and perhaps most telling, a complete empty stadium. This in Kingston, the capital of one of the world's greatest track and field nations. Now I understand that as a founder of the Diamond League and former meeting director of the Zurich meet, still the sport's most prestigious meet, I might be accused of bias, but here's the thing. I haven't held a role in international athletics for nearly 10 years. I speak now as only a fan. I stayed silent for years because I've always found Those has-beens with loud opinions more harmful than helpful. But in this case, it's been warranted. So yeah, that's what hating looks like in track and field. Not the shit that I do,